Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for all the support. So today we're going to be doing a video on how much money I plan to spend while I'm going backpacking around Europe for a little over 2 months. So I've always wondered how much it costs to go and do something like this. I've always wanted to, but I thought it was too expensive. And so this year I really made the move to go and do this. So I'm going to Europe at the end of February for 77 days. So it's a little bit over 2 months. So at the end of February to the beginning of May. And I'm going to do an entire price breakdown of what I expect to spend in all the different categories that I plan to spend stuff in, and this is the way that I think that you should budget. And keep in mind, I have not backpacked around Europe before, but I have gone many times to Europe because my family is from Spain, so I've gone there a lot. Portugal, Greece, Italy, all those places. So I do have a little bit of experience, and I've also traveled to tons of other countries in South America, Europe, so I travel quite frequently, so I do have an idea of how much things cost. So I'm going to be breaking down all the different categories, how much I plan to spend. And then in 3 months, 3.5 months, when I get back, I'm going to be doing an exact breakdown of how much I actually spent. I'll be bringing out my records from my bank statements, everything like that, and I'll be going over it to see how well I did according to my budget. So the 3 main categories that I broke down the pricing is travel, shelter, and food, because these are going to be your biggest expenses, if not your only expenses. So the point of backpacking, real quick, I will just say, is not to do something like go scuba diving every day, pay for horseback riding. That's more if you're going on a smaller trip. When you're going backpacking, the whole point is to do free activities like sightseeing, hiking, swimming, visiting the ocean, things like that. And also you meet people along the way. The whole point is just to immerse yourself in the culture. You're gonna be cooking a lot of meals, buying groceries, doing things like that. So you're not trying to spend a ton of money. And so I broke it down into travel, shelter, and food, because those are the things that you need to pay for, obviously. So let's start with travel. So with travel, I've already bought my plane tickets and my trains. And so my plan is to use the Eurail to travel around Europe. So that was $720, and that is for unlimited travel for 3 months. I know I'm only there for 2.5 months, but we paid for 3 months that way, just in case something happens, or, we didn't want to get the 2-month one because what are we gonna do the last 2 weeks? So as far as travel, my plan is only to use the train when I get there. So that was $720. And then as far as planes, Hopper is your best friend. So obviously if you guys have ever looked for flights to Europe, it can be $1,500, $1,600, really depends on the time of year, everything like that. But I put into Hopper early, which I suggest if you're gonna do this, do this as well. Use Hopper. Hopper's your best friend. So I put in tons of different cities, tons of different countries, everything like that into Hopper, and just gave like an estimated time range. And over time it would give me, today it's gonna be cheaper, expected flight is blah, blah, blah. And so I bought my flight to Italy, and that was $355, and that's with fees, taxes, everything included. And so I did get just a carry-on. I am just gonna be backpacking, so I didn't have to pay for a bag, but $355 is very good. So we're flying into Venice, and then leaving out of Barcelona, my flight was $357. So in total, my flight cost me a little over $700 round trip, okay? Which is pretty good, because I definitely have paid a lot more in the past when I've gone to Europe, or my grandma's come here to visit me. So look on Hopper and plan ahead for your flights. That will save you a ton of money. So in travel altogether, I've spent $1,432. That's for my flight there, my flight back, and the train, which I'm gonna use to travel everywhere. And if you guys don't know what the Eurail is, I suggest you look into it. It's basically an all-included, if you pay for it, obviously, buses, boats, even sometimes, trains, overnight trains. So you can basically go everywhere. They have it all over Europe. So it doesn't matter if you're going to East Europe, West Europe, South, it's the greatest. So I would look into that if that was you guys. Next category is shelter. So like most backpackers, I'm going to be staying in hostels because they're cheap, and hostels are so good for meeting people. One of the best parts of going backpacking is that you meet other backpackers and you go and do activities with them. You go on a hike with them. You might even meet a group of people and you guys all travel together, because I don't really have a set plan as far as we're gonna go here this day, here this day. It's kind of a spontaneous thing. So hostels are great for meeting people, and they're cheap. And so here is the breakdown of the hostels. After looking at how much hostels cost typically in different countries, I've broken it down to an average of $24 a day. And we're there for 77 days, so that would be a total of $1,900 in total for shelter. So that is what I'm guessing I'm going to pay. And again, I don't really know because we don't have it planned out or anything, but if you look up, some hostels are an average of $19, some are $18, some are $30, some are $35, and so the average of what I currently looked at was $24. So again, there is some wiggle room. Like, I'm not just gonna go with $1,900 for shelter because it could be being more or it could be less, but that is my estimation of how much I'm going to spend on shelter. I also put in, and I have my phone here because I have everything written down, but I'll just put in an estimation of the average hostel price in each country. And if you guys don't have the app Hostel World, I recommend you get it. It just gives you the hostels that are in the area, prices, everything like that. So Belgium, $23, Amsterdam, $26, Paris, $29, Frankfurt, $22, Switzerland, $39. Definitely the most expensive one, so we don't plan on spending that much time there. Milan, $15, Venice, $19, Slovenia 12, Croatia 11, Serbia 8, Macedonia 11, Greece 17. So that is the breakdown, and I'll put all those up on the screen. You'll see them here. But so as you can see, some are 19, some are 18, some are 25, 26. So we went, we're somewhere in the middle as far as shelter. Last category is food. This does vary because obviously if you want to eat out and like go to restaurants all the time, your budget is going to be way more for food because food is quite expensive. So I plan on doing, like I said, cooking at the hostels, buying groceries. I want to do it very like I'm living there. You know, the whole point for me is to experience the culture and everything and live like a local. And so I give myself a budget of what I want to spend high end of the day and low. So if my budget for the high day is $50 and for the low is $30. So that's how much I think I'm going to spend. So if I spend $50 a day, which obviously I wouldn't want to do every single day, right? But if you want to go to a dinner once a week or something like that, that might be more expensive. So for $50 a day, it's a little over $3,800. That's what I'd be spending if I spent $50 a day. And then $30 a day would be a little over $2,300. I think $2,310, I'll put it up here. So these are the ranges of what I want to spend on food, and I don't think that this is unreasonable because I have done tons of research on how much food costs, and just think again, like you're gonna be cooking, you're gonna be eating like a local. So unless you wanna go to restaurants every day, this is the kind of budget that I would do. That's per day again, and I give the total price there just for you guys to know. So the total amount that I have that I'm calculated, estimated to spend is $5,642. Right here. So as you guys have noticed, I didn't put any budget in for fun things because I do plan on doing a lot of free fun things. You know, like I said, sightseeing does not cost money. Hiking doesn't cost money. Swimming doesn't cost money. Hanging out with people you meet in hostels or people you meet in the countries doesn't cost money. So my plan is to do a lot of free things, obviously. Of course, if I want to do something fun or exciting that costs money, I'm not just going to bring the $5,000. I'm going to have a little bit extra because I do want to enjoy myself. And so if I do want to spend $100 to go scuba diving or something, I will spend it. I just want to keep that at a minimum, if that makes sense, because this isn't like a crazy, do something crazy and expensive every day type of trip. You know, the whole point is to live there, as I keep saying. So this is my estimation of the breakdown of the money. Like I said before, I am going to do a video when I get back and throughout Europe on how much maybe each country has cost me, then how much each month cost me, if I did any adventurous things and how much of those activities cost me. So I'm going to be doing a total breakdown of everything. And I also don't know if I said, but I'll put a map up, and my plan is to go from Venice up, left, up, right, and then back down to Barcelona. That is our plan, but like I said, I'm gonna just take this trip as it comes, go where I want. If we wake up one day and decide we want to move on, we'll take the train because we have unlimited times we can ride it. We'll go somewhere else. So it is a very spontaneous trip, and I'm gonna be vlogging the entire thing, doing price breakdowns, doing things that you should know when you go. So if you guys like the travel content and the finance content, subscribe down below because that's pretty much gonna be my channel for the next few months. I'm also gonna be doing a what's in my bag backpacking edition, so you guys are gonna see that. And any other questions or anything you guys have below about the money or breakdown, just put down below and I'll answer them. I answer all the comments. So Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope you guys like this type of content. Leave me a like down below, please. We're gaining subscribers and I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are supporting this channel, so thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video, guys.